Hi, I'm Ted Aanestad with SOMO Realty and Sonoma Home Loans, and I'm here to give you a Sonoma County real estate market report so we can make some informed decisions when the right time is to enter the market. Over the past year over year, from beginning of last year till now, we've seen a decrease in median prices in about 84% of Sonoma County. Meanwhile, in some cities like Rohnert Park, we've seen an increase of about 1.8%. So let's dive into why that happens. Prices decrease because a lot of people are commuting to the city. And so you come up 101 Highway, you've seen Marin to Petaluma to Rohnert Park. And once you hit Rohnert Park, we've seen a shift over the past 10 years. Prices actually have started to increase as you head north from Rohnert Park to Healdsburg, from Santa Rosa to Windsor to Healdsburg, even some of the extra areas like West County or Sebastopol. And one of the things that we've looked at is, why do we have these increased values? And anytime that we've seen, a substantial increase, it's because that community has created a downtown, or really a community environment, whether it's the downtown of Santa Rosa on 4th Street, the Barlow in Sebastopol, the town green in Windsor, or the town center in Healdsburg. Anytime that community has a place to congregate, we've seen values start to significantly increase. So because of this, we're seeing a really big opportunity in the pocket of Rohnert Park for increased values. Now, two things are going on there. The city's actually planned out a new downtown area right off State Farm Drive. And then you also have an ancillary downtown in SOMO Village. And SOMO Village has been a commercial space historically, but now has a lot of housing going in around there. So with both those really places for the community to gather, and it's giving the city a real sense of community. As we see this pocket of value really develop, we also are keeping an eye on the mortgage industry. And so we've been at a 10-year mortgage interest rate high until this year. And over the past 6 months, we're at a interest rate low. So we've had par rates as low as 6.675 for conventional loans, and par rates in the fives with a lot of govy loans like FHA or VA loans. And so what that means is, with the right buy down, or with the right qualifications, we can see borrowers in the mid fives for some of their 30-year fixed mortgages. Now, a lot of people are taking notice as the media starts to, really announce what's going on with the mortgage industry. A lot more people have started to re-enter the pre-qualification process, or even the home buying or refinance process. With all these people getting off the fence, with the inventory we have, we're seeing a lot more demand come into place. And as we know, the more demand that we have, the higher the prices. As we see these interest rates come down, a lot more people are encouraged to enter the marketplace. It starts with the buyers, where buyers will start to get off the fence a little bit sooner than the sellers. But over time, as interest rates continue to fall, we're going to see people that are more comfortable getting out of their 3% interest rates and maybe into something in the low fives, where they can make that downsize they've been trying to make for the last 5-6 years. Or they can go the opposite direction, and they can increase the square foot on their house. They can increase the size of their lot. And so what we're going to see is demand for the buyers first, and then demand for the sellers. Where we're seeing a lot of the most potential buyer interest is cities where they have a little bit lower price per square foot. So Rohnert Park is a great example of an environment that has a very steady entry level market, where we've seen, our price per square foot as low as, $375. And this gives the opportunity for that price per square foot to really increase over the next, 5-10 years as some of the downtown communities develop. There's a lot of opportunity for appreciation. It's really primed for an increased appreciation market. Rohnert Park's really become a great opportunity for first-time home buyers and, families that are really starting to develop. It gives them a sense of community at the same time as gives them that really intro price point to a market that's going to be appreciating. With the market we're entering, there's kind of a limited window that we want to try to strike with for our buyers. And as prices come down and as interest rates come down, the demand will start to shoot up fairly drastically. It's almost like a light switch overnight, where we see people are kind of standing by, sitting on the fence. They have their money ready, they have their income in place, and they're waiting for the right time to strike. And sometimes that time can pass by in an instant. And we see a shift of maybe a payment from, upwards of $1,000 a month. Everyone starts to re-enter that marketplace. And when you're looking at kind of a steady price point for entry-level housing over the past 5 years, that price will continue to increase as we see a lot more people entering the market. We've seen a lot of investment into Rohnert Park and specifically into SOMO Village. A lot of new businesses have been popping up in the SOMO area. We have SOMO Fit, which actually combines multiple gyms into one location. We have Old Kaz, a brewery that's really has a strong following in Sonoma County, brought a lot of energy to the SOMO area. SOMO Cowork has been around for 2 years and is almost at 97% occupancy. And so a lot of the energy that's focused around the development into the SOMO area has brought a lot of attention to housing that's starting to be built. We've been closely monitoring the market conditions in Rohnert Park and even Sonoma County. And so when we started pricing our condos, we really looked into price per square foot as well as opportunity for these first-time home buyers to move up as the community develops. So where the median price per square foot in Rohnert Park, is just over, $410 a square foot. We've actually started our condos in the mid 600s, which puts us in the, 380 square foot range. And so the idea is if we can encourage people to move to the SOMO Village area now, as the build continues, that price of their house will increase as the prices around it increase. And so it's a really thoughtful design by the developer. People who get in near the commercial development now will see significant increases as the project goes on. So what are we seeing here? We're seeing median prices in the Bay Area slowly falling. We're seeing increased prices in Rohnert Park, and we're seeing interest rates decrease over the next year to 2 years. And so if I was thinking of the perfect time to enter a marketplace or to enter an area, Rohnert Park presents a really opportune value. The market for Rohnert Park is really poised for opportunity. So if you're looking for the right time and the right place to get started in real estate, here's your sign.